Well, in J.I. Packer's chapter on hope in Concise Theology, Packer suggests that an ethic of hope pervades the New Testament. He then briefly outlines 5 ways that this is seen through an ethic of pilgrimage, purity, preparedness, patience, and power. Now, as a fan of Packer, as a fan of Jesus, as a fan of our hope in Jesus, and as a fan of alliteration, I want to flesh out these 5 ideas in this short video series. And I hope it helps you hope all the more in the good news of Jesus. And so today we're going to consider hope as an ethic of pilgrimage. Well, as followers of Jesus, Packer suggests that one should see oneself in this world as a stranger traveling home. Have you ever felt like you don't fit in and that you don't belong? You know, sometimes, even though we may have lived in the same house or the same city for many years, we can feel restless and not at home. It was C.S. Lewis that said, "If I find in myself a desire which no experience in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is that I was made for another world." We were made for another world. You know, it says this in Scripture. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 11 says, "Beloved, I urge you as sojourners and exiles to abstain from the passions of the flesh, which wage war against your soul." And then in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 13, it says, "These all died in faith, not having received the things promised, but having seen them and greeted them from afar, and having acknowledged that they were strangers and exiles on the earth." We are strangers, exiles, and sojourners. Now, sojourner is a strange word. What does it mean? Well, a sojourner is someone who stays temporarily. When we know that we are only on the planet for a limited time, it's supposed to cause us to hope all the more in the life to come. You see, Jesus offers us a certain future hope through his life, death, and resurrection. The resurrection of Jesus guarantees the resurrection of all those who belong to him. Now, I used to live with my family in one of the most beautiful places on the planet, Sydney's northern beaches. I remember any time we left the beaches, the drive home was alluring. After driving through the nearby inland suburb of Terry Hills, before we began the drive back down the hill to the ocean, there was this point where you could see the expanse of the sea. And as I saw it, I made a habit of repeating the line, "Dave, this is not your home. Dave, this is not your home." You see, hope as an ethic of pilgrimage reminds us that this is not our home. We're only here temporarily. Question: how might seeing life as a stranger traveling home change the way you live and the way you hope?